How am I going to ask this? To get to that.
Her hand's like this and the camera's behind her. So she's...
I've never done this kind of stuff.
There was nothing I could do to like, I was like, oh, what do I do to tell this? You need to turn and look at the camera.
I think the animation
I didn't look at the camera at all. I had
But
during
you
the whole
gotta talk
thing.
to the camera.
I think
Yeah, talk to the camera.
Hi, people. I'm the moderator, though.
All right, welcome to the Pocatello Valley Voice Candidate Forum. This is the third year that I've done this for the Pocatello Valley Voice. We are talking with mayoral candidate Idaho Lorax. My companion here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Erway. Most people know me as Silver Hippie. And this is my first time doing this, so I'm learning as we go.
Right.
Okay.
And this is a great chance to meet the candidates. We have one candidate that showed up, and Dot and I get to grill the candidate, so to speak.
Hot seat time.
So he's on the hot seat, and we just want to let everybody know that they can come down to the city offices here, and if you would like to run for mayor, if you would like to run for the city council, you can come down and get a form to fill out declaration of candidacy. This is a great opportunity to participate in government, and if you have concerns, to let your concerns be heard and to become a voice. So, Mr. Lorax, while you're on the seat here, you're a repeat candidate. That's correct. You've ran for many offices, city council, school board, state legislature,
both House and Senate. Last year was Senate.
Now,
Holy cow.
do you do this because you feel like you're a celebrity? Why do you do it?
Well, I can't say I ought to be a celebrity because I came in here with an agreement between the county commissioners at that time, not the group we have now, and the city office that I'd keep my name out of things, I'd keep my face out of the paper, I'd keep myself out of the media. We're working with the city, with the county for uranium cleanup. And that was my main purpose when I came here. It was basically compensation for people with illnesses, cancer, and that kind of stuff. Things I was here before as a scientist for this community, and came back with the requests of other scientists here that I worked with, and they just need a little help on how to educate the public better, because the world knows. It's a question of getting local people to not, to deal with it because of legacy.
Okay.
What is this about?
Here we want to steer you off of this one right now because everybody knows that about you.
It's easy to fall on.
We want to know there's got to be more to you, so that you've got to have something else that you're going to be bringing.
Ask away.
Okay, well, what are some of the other things that you can bring to the foundation of the government here? Because it all starts as smaller and goes out from there. It's got to be tight here in town. You got to have the community backing the candidates. You got to make the community happy. So the community is what are you going to offer the community aside from that one thing, which is very important? There's other issues.
Well, part of it is qualification issues, for those who may not be aware. I'm very well educated, many colleges and universities, multiple degrees, very unique degrees, and also I have tremendous experience in, I hate to say politics because I don't think of myself a politician, but lots of experience in the political arena, because as an advisor or consultant, issues in communities, that's why I'm brought to places in the world, is dealing with problem solving with whatever their issues. We had illegal landmines to cyanide bombs, It's whatever it is that people are bringing me to do because they want my skills and my help. And in that regards, I am not only a very diverse educator, also scientist in many areas. I'm also a stand-up comedian.
Are you able to think outside of the box with coming up with unique ideas that will enable a positive, because some issues people get set in their ways and you're not going to change any of it. And to buck up against it is redundant. It's just not going to do any good. Pocatello needs a fresh outlook, new ideas, new blood pumped into it to give it life again for the community. What kind of things can you offer in that arena?
Well, that's probably why even though I don't put myself out there really in terms of, vote for me, I don't even spend any money. I've never spent basically no money, maybe $25 once, because I had a late thing and I had to pay the fee. Otherwise, I get my signatures from people. So people learn about me, but I don't put myself out there for that because I don't consider myself a corrupt person.
Well,
and
you're
most
not.
politicians look at that. So as a reporter, though, I have the unique skills, not only that my unique background, but my unique skills. I work for PBS. I work for Public Access and other places in here. The people need a voice. We are that voice. This is just an outlet for it. So I use everything from arts, which I'm an artist.
Yes.
I use, communication issues of many types. You can call them memes, comedy, my skills in editing, making productions, series,
So another
they're all to get life going and get people moving, get people with heads out of the sand and off their texting sometimes.
What can we do? What do you bring to the plate as far as bringing the community together so that we can? Because the way I'm seeing things are right now, we couldn't even get the people together to do this. How are we going to grasp all this? We got to fresh blood, get people excited again. That's, people are so sick of how things are. And I can feel that. I tried to talk to people when I found out I was going to be sitting here doing this with you today. I tried to talk to people. I went outside, started talking. Nobody wanted to talk about anything. They're just so sick of everything. How are you going to bring that fresh stuff in and leave all the other negative out? Because I think that's what the issue is. They just are so worn out by the negativity of all of this. We need to refresh, renew, rejuvenate. That's what we need.
Again, negativity is sometimes a perception. One calls something negative because if they are crook and they're telling you I'm a good guy, and somebody says, no, you're a crook and here's the evidence, that's not negative. That's actually just exposing their criminal activity.
Instead of playing the name game and the finger pointing, that's what I'm saying. Can we come up with some fresh ways to raise the spirits to get people interested? Because name calling, finger pointing, all of that exposing stuff is not getting people excited about being members of the community. It's actually keeping them all separate.
Well, people
That's the way it's working.
Yeah, of course, I'm well connected out there in the world, and people I work with and for, well connected, and they are me. I'm just a messenger. I'm a talented messenger, but a messenger. They ask me for the help. They send me to say publish something, or me to look into this issue and expose it. Me to help with the commentary. Me, maybe video techniques and skills. But I know both of you are become very capable in those areas yourselves.
May I interject something here?
Yeah, go
for a second,
Go
guys?
for it, because I don't know if I'm getting where I need to go yet.
Dot brought something up, and I'd like some clarity on the issue. And let's just narrow it down to, can you get along with the city council? Because you've attacked the city council, you've attacked the mayor, you've tried to expose corruption. I get all that. Say you are elected by the people, can you get along with Steve Brown? Can you get along with the city council?
To work with them.
Yeah, how will you be able to work with them?
There's a law called misprison, okay? Felony misprison. And when one says, I attack, no, I didn't attack. I never have attacked. I exposed the criminal issue. That's not attack, that's reality. Criminal issues, people need to be arrested. That's what felony misprison is. If they know they're guilty, people, the issue in this community is anybody willing to prosecute anybody for people breaking
is it
crime.
But
possible-
let's go back to
Is it possible to
the
get past
question.
that?
Can you get along with them?
'Cause that's
do you
not
get
the
along
way
with
to
them?
look at it.
Well, you pick Steve, which is probably one more the advocate because he's
Well, okay,
very
it's a tough
active
one.
in the Republican
Yes.
Party. And
You're
sure, he's
active.
banned me from things and anything because he don't. But personally, we talk a lot. He's
Yeah.
apologized to me on many
Can
occasions.
So you don't have
Yes,
anything
that.
personal against the council is what you're telling me.
No,
So you
because I know
disagree on certain
government. I know
things.
government's partly
Okay.
puppets,
right.
and especially the mayoral position in many places becomes a puppet because it's a lot easier to control one person than it is the whole council.
So how do you not become a puppet?
Well,
Yeah.
you want to hear that? I want to get rid of the mayoral system. I want it to be a strong city
Marionette?
council. Period.
That would be a good place to start.
So how do you get rid of the?
Same way we got it. We didn't have it before. It might mean a little difference. You might get more activity, which we're doing anyway with city council
then
people.
again,
More time spent. They gave them a raise even. More time spent dealing with issues in the community.
But is not the mayor and the city council basically offset, as if in a perfect situation they are a checks and balances basically for a town?
Well,
is that not
that's
what they?
correct.
Well, not.
So if
yes,
you
yes and
eliminate
no.
one, you remove that checks and balances.
Well, yes.
Well,
No,
but not
the
if you
mayor-
have an odd number on the city council.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go.
There is
All
a
right.
place that the mayor throws his vote in, okay, to break the tie.
Yes.
But the mayor is only, the power in that is controlling the agenda. So if the agenda is not out there, the issues of Pocatello are not on the table, then nobody gets to talk about it or deal with it. It's always land boards, development issues,
Well,
things
then
that
it
they ignore
breaks down
because
again.
the controlling of the
Okay.
agenda is what makes our
All
community very
right,
controlled.
here we go again. I know that I'm really getting down to the nitty-gritty nitpicking because the devil is in the detail. The smaller stuff is what makes the foundation of a strong community. My ideal is, what are you going to do to get that small stuff taken care of, to get the community involved so that they, it's family. From family goes to neighborhood, neighborhood goes to community, community goes to city council, mayor, all of that. But it really breaks down to how are you going to get these people on board between you and city council, because that's what I'm saying. Everybody's squabbling, but they're not pumping in any excitement to get people interested and caring again. That's the issues that I think are by far more important than all this other stuff that everybody's nitpicking about, because they're missing what the core of the issue is. We're falling apart, families, neighborhoods, communities falling apart because they don't want to hear that crap anymore. We need a fresh input.
Well, that's one of the reasons we do a forum sometimes to meet
Okay.
each other.
Yes.
The people who are running for mayor,
Uh-huh.
most of them, I think, talk to everyone. Everybody who's running for mayor knows about the forum
Okay.
and was invited to come.
All right.
Other candidates, which are a number of them, which are, they're running for seats too,
Yes,
and
I see
against
that
the
there are a
incumbents.
few,
Apparently,
yes.
it seems most of the incumbents are running, but there's also people running for every seat. They want change. They
How
want
many
something
seats
that's
are on the
different.
city council here?
6.
There are 6 in?
Yeah,
Okay.
6.
That's why the mayor's so important, because
Yeah, and
he hit
this
that
it would
number
be.
7.
You need
Yeah,
that.
he's the tiebreaker.
Yes, yes.
And he does control the agenda.
I recognize that there. Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of how even, again, it comes down to communication and
Yes.
activity. And the council people are much less accessible. They're very hard, unless they're, you go to the church that Roger Gray goes to,
I know these
or
are
you go to the
big
church
issues.
that Jim Johnson goes to, or those kinds of things like that.
Yeah, but basically, you've got to be able to set aside this, because you've been working on it for so many years, and it's going to be so many more years before it ever really gets resolved. And the only resolution that I can see actually is somebody has to be the big enough person to say, all right, it happened in the past, let bygones be bygones. What can we do now as a community to just take care of what we have, the mess. Instead of pointing fingers, stop that kind of thing and get everybody together and just acknowledge, okay, we made a mess, let's clean it up.
Well,
are you
there you
able
go.
to do that?
Thank you for using the word cleanup, because I
Yes.
came here with billions of dollars to solve problems here.
I understand
And all they
that.
have to do is elect me to an office, either the school
Here we
board or
go.
the city, because
I'm trying to get you off of that and onto the
I know.
resolution of the thing.
But-
Not leave that sit. Tell me how you're going to resolve that so everybody can come to that. Because instead of hitting this, everybody's heard it. It's rhetorical right now.
and it's not that it's
They're
rhetorical,
closing their
because
ears to it.
people are frustrated.
Yes.
I met with at least 2,000 mothers, okay, and grandparents in just the
Yes.
last 2 months, okay? And no, every one of them talked to me. Every one of them shared their concerns and interests.
I
and
understand that.
the issue is, it's still a people's government. I
Yes,
don't
it is.
control what they're going to do.
Yes, it is.
They have to. So I'm an educator. I'm only educating. And
I
I have
understand that.
multiple techniques to educate people and also not control the
Still
media.
not
and
getting
education.
to the point where I'm trying to get to. I understand all of those things, but okay, you got to take it down a notch more, because you're not getting the. Okay, people are still. Oh, we hear it. We hear it. We hear it. Yes, people are incensed by. I am personally. Okay, I have grandchildren. I want to bring up here. I can't, because I'm not in good conscience. However, we're all aware of this. We're all aware of what you're trying to do, which is quite honorable in that arena. But somebody has to be the bigger man and stop pointing the fingers and just get everybody together, and the players that are bickering against each other, and I do not want to get names involved in it, because that's not the issue. The issue is bringing them together and say, okay, the mistake was made, no more pointing fingers, please, enough of that. People are sick of that. Let's resolve the issue. Just make amends enough with you. Come together, just fix the problem and quit pointing the fingers.
Well, that's what I tried to address with the fact of communication with
Yes.
basically our city government.
Yes.
The mayor, even the mayoral system, it's who comes in there. If you want to know, I'm an open agenda person. You pick a number, you meet, it's all
Yeah.
public. I don't
You
like
know,
closed doors. I don't like non-transparency.
I don't
I'm a
either.
very transparent person. And so, well, that's the way I would run the mayoral system right there. Everybody knows what everybody wants to talk about. You come to talk about an issue, it's public. I don't want to make you afraid to do it, but I want you
So
to
here's a
do it.
question for
Yeah.
you. Here's a question.
Have you got ideas on how to make it easier?
You ran for office and you've yet to be elected, correct?
Yes, but it's exponential.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing different this time, Mr. Lorax?
There you
Or
go.
To get elected. What have you changed? Or is it like Dot said, are you a broken record? What are you doing different?
No, actually, I am only 3 years behind what I initially came to do. Okay, the plan, the thing that works.
Your
And I'll
goals.
say, no, Mother's against that. Okay, that's when my clients, people that I am
Okay.
connected to for compensation issues and things like that, saving lives. No, that's where I stood. You know, again, there are people trying to stop things, break the law to stop. And if you can't expose that, then nobody will ever get.
But-
Okay, but what
Aside
are
from
you
that-
doing different? Because you've,
We are-
like Dot said, you've been trying to expose for quite a while.
Yes.
Okay? You're trying.
Yes.
And we applaud you for it.
Oh, it's
we
honorable.
Do. We do.
Absolutely.
Because we know it's not a easy thing
Oh, my
to
goodness.
feel like a villain when all you're trying to do
Is the right
is
thing.
bring good, bring good things.
Yes.
But what are you doing different to get elected?
To bring air
I mean,
into it, to bring
like you said,
pressure.
I can't because, you know, I'm trying to expose. We get rid of the word expose and can't. What are you doing different to get elected? Or are you doing the same things?
No, I'm doing what they've done on the internet, TED TV, anything like that. They know me. They know what works, okay? And they learned from even me. And because I've been around a lot of places where people had exposure to techniques and things I do. I'm an older person here, you know, like I'm just starting out.
Set in your ways.
Yeah. Well, you could say that, but no.
But you know, there's certain things that are traditions that must be done.
Yeah, but the thing is that works. And you
Uh-huh.
got to look at what works, you know. is mothers against it. Mothers caring about their children. That's not me. My kids are grown. They're mothers. It's up to them. But I'll help because I'm the grandparent.
But now are those mothers actually going to vote for you? I know you go talk to them. I know you give them pamphlets. I know they're concerned about environmental conditions. They're concerned about cover-up. They're concerned about maybe heavy-handed law enforcement. They're concerned about, their freedoms and liberties. I get it. What are you doing to get them to vote for you? That's the question.
Well, that's the thing. Everywhere use this. I'm saying, I don't want to say use. Everywhere that this is the issue, mothers have succeeded. The fact that we have these illegal laws here, okay, about the use of the material what we're talking about.
But how are you getting
I know you are, but that's why those laws exist. It's all mothers against death for the first time here.
Okay, we are trying to get you away from that.
People I'm reaching out to in the community to elect me. And I don't really need to talk to anybody else.
You don't?
And I won't probably talk to much anybody else.
Okay, so you have no other
mothers
issues,
and
period.
grandparents. No, I talk to parents on all their issues.
Well, those are the things that we're trying to bring to light here. Besides that, everybody knows that about you. We're trying to bring to light what else you are bringing to the table.
Again,
new blood.
I am, like more than anybody, talk to parents and children and fathers of.
So what other things are there that you talk to them about?
But they're concerned the same things. Why we're in the depression in the community. Why there's these depressed issues in this particular community. And of course,
okay, so there's other depressed
but then, of course, it's related to the heroin,
okay, there's another topic.
Yeah.
Okay, cleanup. All right, setting aside that other issue that you feel very strong, everybody does. Okay, setting aside that one. What are your plans for, say, the drug issue in this town? Oh my goodness, it's become blatant in some areas. You walk down the street, wow, it's amazing. I'm appalled by that. What do you do to propose to help in that arena? What are your recommendations? What are your ideals? Do you have any thoughts on that subject?
Thoughts? I have experience.
May I hear those?
Yeah, and the experience issue is where a lot of these things exist in the world, and in the thing, and where environment is different.
Yes.
Okay, like I've been to Amsterdam. I was into Amsterdam type programs.
I understand that. Let's get back here.
They took a totally different approach to things. When people get depressed, it's pretty hard to say, here's a drug that's going to make you feel euphoric.
Well, they
and that you're not going to take it. And of course, our hospitals that dish out all this stuff, make it so available. The codeines, a lot of these things. I mean, they have beneficial uses for people in chronic pain. Anyway, addiction. So
prescription drugs are epidemic right now.
Yes, they are. We are the most drugged out country in the world right now on prescription medications.
But
why do people get that way?
But we have to go to Mexico and Canada to get medicine.
Okay, I have theories that have nothing to do with this because I'm not in the political arena here. But, it's the government. They came in and they divided the family first because that's how you do it. You divide the family, then you can divide the community, you can divide everything, and that's how you can become one way on your power. What I'm asking is how can we, small community, work on getting it back?
Well, I'm a community organizer, first of all. When you got a larger town, a larger city, it's hard. It's like a small town, a certain size. You get to know everybody. It could be even like a ward. Get to know everybody, and you tend to try to help each people in it.
And get the community
neighborhood, a mixed community. Should function the same way because the community is a smaller entity in it. You should care about not just the property values of your house because of these other issues. You got to talk about what about the kids and what about the vandalism and
so
that's why I'm a community organizer.
So when you brought up Amsterdam, I want to get back to. Are you implying that you would like to be like Amsterdam and legalize drugs in Pocatello?
Amsterdam, to correct you on that, no, Amsterdam doesn't legalize drugs. They have entertained certain programs that were different from what the U.S. was trying to promote, which was arm and, chain and ball and chain approaches rather than deal with the problem, which was counseling, which was, social improving their living situations and the morale, like general depression and the way schools
would you legalize? Be an advocate of legalizing marijuana? I know it's something that's being
That's something
legalized
that's really a
across
hot topic.
Well,
that's
well,
legalized across
I
the
know,
country.
and
Idaho seems
people
to be in the
associate-
back seat.
Yeah.
I know in Sun Valley they've tried. I think they have legalized it or decriminalized
let me answer
it.
that, 'cause
Decriminalized it. So now would you decriminalize?
Well, definitely
Certain things.
decriminalize. I mean, our whole criminal system is one of private enterprise of making money off of criminalization.
yes. True
and
enough.
from the courts down to the prisons themselves.
It's all about
But
negative
the thing is
stuff.
about, marijuana, I mean, and
It's a
this is a
very healing
behavioral
natural
thing,
herb,
okay?
yes.
That things don't affect people the same way. That's why
No, it
people will go to the bar and there's the extrovert and the introvert. I like these little simple examples. Same thing with marijuana. Okay, that's on a recreational level. On the medical level, should be across the board. There
absolutely.
obviously is, definitely medical issues. That's been used in China and other places. But you don't see
Yes.
people smoking pot a lot in China. But they have it in their medicine. It's always been there. In fact, that's where
Yes.
one of them plants of the species comes from, And so, those are those issues. Sometimes you have to go outside the box, in this case, the
There it
country,
is.
to, have that experience to meet with people, how they're doing. And yeah, China's a great place, and
Oh, my
a lot of
goodness.
places you ain't seeing people all on drugs and high, some places like Hong Kong, there's some places, but again, that's where there's affluence of money, people who don't have it and those have a lot, that gets these depression issues, all those things, but otherwise the mainland, not so much. Not that they can get worse, because, it follows the course of things of advertisement and selling things they didn't used to use or deal with.
Yes.
But that's the same way when you bring up Amsterdam. Yeah, they didn't legalize everything. What they did is legalize certain things as an experiment at first and see how that affected the difference. And that's why they are legal now in some of those things in those countries. They were some of the first that did the hashish or the marijuana. But
sure
still, they have issues about driving your car because they don't want you in your car into the
Now-
canal or hit the dike.
Right. Okay, here's another current issue. President Trump yesterday remilitarized the police. President Obama said you can't have armored vehicles and the
Right.
military equipment. What do you see for Pocatello? Because I know that our
Wow.
police would
Yes.
prefer to have those vehicles because it makes them safe.
Yes.
And we all want our police officers safe. We want them to have equipment that feels safe. But also as citizens, we don't
Armor?
want to feel like our
Like
officers are,
police
our military.
state.
Well, let me address
what's
that.
your
First
top
of all,
comment?
use the word police officers. I wouldn't. I would say peace officers. Because policing has to do with control.
Yes.
Okay? And then you're into riot control. Why you have these things? Are you using armored piercing bullets for the police, or are they peace officers? Using maybe water hoses if things got out of
Okay,
hand, which would happen in a larger city, less
Here's a
likely in a
question
small
for you.
community.
Okay, in England, peace officers do not carry a weapon. A firearm. Let me restate that because I think they have those
They have
fab
the Bill
things,
Club, yeah.
don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh, martial arts stuff in
I
there.
think they're packing heat now too, but I know they used to not.
But I know lines are blurred on everything, and it's such a wreck, and it's really difficult to zero in on any one solution to all the different topics because it's gotten out of hand for so long. I just wanted to get out of you because it's hard because you're so fired up about it to pull out other things people don't know that you're
Well, that's
aware
why
of.
anybody who contacts me for almost any topic,
Yeah.
I have a lot of experience in what you call think tanks and problem solving. That's what
Okay,
my
so
skills
I'm going to
help
wrap
people
this
in that.
up.
I can't do
it's
it.
your turn.
I'm going to wrap
Okay.
this up. Thanks for tuning in
Yeah.
to the Pocatello Valley Voice. Time is up.
And
Before I had my wrap up.
they should
Because
let me
you
put
two
in the hot seat.
got a little, like you're playing verbal tennis. Doing, doing,
Ding,
doing,
ding,
doing.
ding. I know. I was trying to get
I mean,
to some points here.
It
Yeah.
got to the point to where you've turned out of your chair to the point where your head was.
I was trying to calm myself, trying to see how am I going to ask this to get to
Her
that.
head's like this and the camera's behind her. So she's.
I've never done this kind of stuff.
Yeah, there was nothing I could do to I was like, oh, what do I do to tell this? You need to turn and look at the
I
camera.
think the
I didn't
animation
look at the
will.
camera at all
I know, but
during
you
the whole
gotta talk
thing.
to the camera.
I think
Do
the,
I?
Yeah, talk to the camera.
Hi, people. I'm a moderator, though.